So the first question, obviously, is about the new song, Bad Habits. How did it come about? Was it just an idea you had, or was
it was based. I was kind of in the album finishing mode. The album was done, and what I find when I finish an album is always when I go in, zero pressure into the studio next, because I'm not trying to write for my album. I always write something interesting, which is what happened with Shape of You, and it's what happened with Sing on Multiply and Divide. So I sort of went in the studio for a month and just chucked ideas around, and Bad Habits was one of them, and it turned out really well. But it's a very different sound for me and a very different sound for the album. Like the album this doesn't like necessarily reflect the album, but it's a good intro into it.
Absolutely. I've heard it twice, and I can imagine this as an acoustic version song.
Yeah.
Top, and also with this huge production. I mean, obviously, thanks to the producer. I mean, who is he, and how did you meet? He's amazing,
He's a guy called Fred Gibson, who goes under his producer name is Fred again. He is the protege of Brian Eno. He's a real talented producer. He makes his own dance music. I met him in 2016. We made, we started doing like songs for boy bands. First off, we were writing songs for boy bands, and then he did my whole collaborations project. And we've just continued to work together from there. He's like one of my best friends, and I love him. I'm actually seeing him for dinner tomorrow, just to hang out.
Well, and the sound is so full. It's very. It looks like you might need a band, to perform the song.
So I do it with a band, and I do it acoustically. But I just learned it on loop pedal, and it sounds great. So I think there's lots of different ways to play it. Let
me ask you about that. I mean, the Bad Habits, the lyrics, a bit vicious, and the whole vampire image, and your face on the cover of a record. What inspired you for that?
With the vampire thing, I find that all of my bad habits come out when the sun goes down, and then they usually end when the sun comes up. So I felt that was quite a good representation to be a vampire,
Who is your favorite vampire in cinema?
I love the show Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I guess like Angel or Spike. I guess like they're the two like main vampires there. But yeah, I love Buffy.
You are a fan, a football fan, and by the way, did you watch the match between Scotland and the Czech Republic?
Yeah, of course. I'm actually so the guy that is living at my house at the moment, who's cooking for me while I do this these interviews. He's Scottish, and I bought him and his son tickets to the game, and it was his son's first game, and they saw the Czech Republic beat them. But man, it was a good game. The second goal was amazing. The one,
that was a long distance goal, or whatever.
In England we call that cheeky. It's being a bit cheeky.
A bit cheeky. Tell me about. I mean, you like ice hockey, right? You are a devoted ice hockey fan.
No, field hockey.
Oh, field hockey.
So my wife plays field hockey for the local hockey team. She used to play for England in her when she was younger. So I go to all her games.
I've always tried not to ask this question, but would you think, was pandemic beneficial for art or for creation, or was it just a cover?
I don't really think it was beneficial for anything. I think it was quite a negative effect on the world, but I think through that, amazing art has been created, if that makes sense. But I think it's been created because it was negative on the artist. I feel like when these people have brought out these amazing albums over lockdown, it's because they felt something and felt. So I think the pandemic has been horrendously negative, but good art has come from that, as good art always does. Good art always comes from bad situations.
Good. Well, thank you very much for talking to me, and I wish you luck and hope to see you and dance to your new track, because
thank you so much, man.
It's a dancing song, man. Great.
I'm glad you like it, man. Thank you.
I do.
Thank you for your time as well.